Bomb push-up. So, Divebomb push-up, that is what most people do when they normally do a push-up, which is their butts up and they're doing something like this. You'll see that a lot. So this is an actual Divebomb push-up, and we're going to be working a lot of shoulders. You want to come down, full range of motion. Okay, so get that butt up as high as you can. Neutral spine, not up here and not looking forward. Neutral spine means that you're looking at the feet. The other thing too, active stretch in the hamstrings and in the calves. So keep those heels planted, keep the legs straight as possible, and you're going to get an active stretch in your hamstrings and your calf muscles, which are very good for this workout because we're going to beat those up. Then the last one, our first exercise is dumbbell flat press. Pretty straightforward. What makes it easier or harder is simply going to be the weight. Always engage the core when you pick the weights up. Always try to pick up the weights from your legs, not from your lower back. You put the weights on your legs, you're grabbing them just like this, and you just roll back. And then you just come in to the pressing position. Now, if you want a little bit more, you can squeeze at the top. But it does no good to do the turning motion unless you actually squeeze and contract that chest muscle. So for most people, it isn't going to make any difference at all. If they do this, it's going to be more chest. If they do this, this is going to be more tricep. Okay, so again, you want them with the palms facing out or open palms. When they're done, they take it into the parallel position. They come down, raise their legs up, and then they're going to push themselves up just like that. To be the dumbbell overhead shoulder press. So on this one, make sure that you have the benches in their full upright position. They don't go any higher. You don't want them straight up and down. I wouldn't say full upright position. You don't want them perfectly straight up and down. You want to have a slight angle. So it's going to be the second notch to the end. So that you have just a slight angle, takes some of the pressure off of, puts you in a less of an impingement problem, so for shoulder injuries. So on this particular exercise, again, you're going to be doing both of them. When you pick up with your legs. Now, how you're going to get into this exercise, most people, it's not going to be a big deal. They just lift the weights up. For those that are going a little bit heavier than what they might be able to handle by just picking up, all you do is just set it on the legs. You bring the leg up, put the dumbbell in position, bring the other leg up, put the other dumbbell in position, and then you just press. Now, you can come in an open grip position and then go to the neutral grip. So come down and then twist. Okay, you don't have to. You can certainly come this direction here, but this gives most of your, this is going to work this is going to work more of your stabilizing muscles. When you're done, you come down in a neutral grip position. Bring one leg up, drop, and don't drop it on the leg. Bring the leg up, gently touch, and then down. Then from here, you just stand up and then back down. Okay? Also, have a slight incline. So on the first notch, you want to have that seat on that first notch so they don't slide out too easily. Next one is going to be your kettlebell sumo squat upright row. So you're going to come down into a sumo squat. Now, key here, anytime they pick up a heavy load, and this one could be fairly heavy because you'd be surprised how much you can lift with this. Drop the hips, keep that chest up, and engage that core. If they can't hit their stomach without losing their breath, that means that they don't have their core engaged. That needs to be engaged. So draw the belly button in, come up, row. You lead with your elbows. And again, this is pretty light. Okay, so you can get the 80 pounders for some of your advanced people. Easily get the 80 pounders for that. But again, you're demonstrating to your beginners. So you want to start with weight like this. Okay, because we always demonstrate to the beginners. Squat, upright row. Squat, upright row. The deeper you can get in that squat, the more you open the hips up. So not only are you getting legs, but you're also getting, you're opening up your squat plate hold. So this one here, hands are open, right? Again, you're gonna have weight up there and weight back here so that you can get 2 people up there and 2 people back here. Palms are open, hands are open. You're going to sit in the squatted position and reach those arms out far, okay? Now, as this gets heavier, this will start getting closer. You don't have to reach it out to where it's fully out there because that's going to actually work a lot more shoulders. Here, with a slight bend, is where you're going to actually work more chest. Again, what you're having to do is hold, you're having to put pressure on this. You're activating the chest when you're doing this. Now, all you have to do to make it a little bit harder is just add a little bit more weight. The more weight you hold, the harder this is going to be, okay? Again, for a new person, if this is too much weight, you can even go down to a single 5-pound dumbbell. Again, have them do the exact same thing. Squat car driver. Everybody knows what this is here. Again, pretty basic. If you need to, for a super beginner, you can get a 5-pound weight and then you can do the exact same thing. So you're going to be in the squatted position, engage the core. You really want to engage the core on this one and on the dumbbell overhead press and on the plate hold, because you put a lot of torque, because the reason you put a lot of torque is your leverage arm. That weight is way away from that body, creating a lot of torque on that lower back. So squat down, engage the core, arms out. Now, they're not going to be locked, but they're going to have a slight bend in them. What you see is when people start to fatigue or they go too heavy, this is what you start to see. You are better off going lighter, getting those arms way out there. This is going to do you more benefit than trying to do something like this, okay? Again, 180 degrees, top to bottom. Nice and smooth. You don't want somebody doing something like this and using momentum. You want it nice and smooth. So we're not trying to, this is a very slow course. The car, you're not trying to spin the car out there. Bomb push-up. So, Divebomb push-up. That is what most people do when they normally do a push-up, which is their butts up and they're doing something like this. You'll see that a lot. So this is an actual Divebomb push-up. And we're going to be working a lot of shoulders. You want to come down, full range of motion. Okay, so get that butt up as high as you can. Neutral spine, not up here and not looking forward. Neutral spine means that you're looking at the feet. The other thing too, active stretch in the hamstrings and in the calves. So keep those heels planted, keep the legs straight as possible, and you'll get an you're going to get an active stretch in your hamstrings and your calf muscles, which are very good for this workout because we're going to beat those up. Then the last one.